What's good, y'all? Cowboy game just ended. Lost to the Commanders last game of the season, but thank God that this season is finally over. What a shit show of a season. And I just can't help to get my thoughts out on like my frustrations from this team. And really, I'm going to root them all for the front office, and in particular, of course, that family, the Jones family, and how much this pisses me off because, we lose this game, but everything that happened this season and now the future we have going forward, the future is very, very dark. Just one, we don't know if the head coach is going to come back. One of the bright spots of this team with the DC, he might not come back. And then, and Mike Zimmer, he's considering, if he won't even do football anymore. And it's just, we have another wave of free agents leaving. We have guys we got to pay, so we got to deal with this same rigmarole. And he's doing the similar tactics now with not telling us if he's going to sign Mike, McCarthy back, and holding us on the edge, just dangle us on a cliffhanger, like this is a sequel to an anime or a TV show, like we want to watch this or something. And I just can't help to be frustrated with this team. Now I'm happy we lost. I am in that, that bargain. I do want to get the best draft pick I want possible. I've been scouting these players, and there is a clear drop off of dogs, and we need a dog added to this team, no matter who's the coach. But we do need a direction, and this team, our identity is the Joneses' wallet. We have an identity of a businessman, and if a businessman is erratic, he will not stick to, not even that. We have the identity of an entrepreneur, a disgruntled entrepreneur. Like we want to do this, but we don't want to do this. Like we may sell, crackers one day, and then we're selling boats the next day. We're just trying to wherever our bottom line is, that's what we do, and it's bleeding into this team. First, let me go over the game. Shout out to Trey Lance. Trey Lance had a phenomenal game. I've been saying it for so long now. I made a whole video on, the Dak Prescott versus Cooper Rush thing. I've been telling y'all from the beginning, I want Cooper Rush out of this uniform this year. He's entirely too old, and he has a noodle arm. There is a certain, when you're a backup in the league, in order to maintain that level of play, you need to be in a constant incline. Now, the incline, your ceiling may not be a high-end or even an NFL starter, but you need to be better than what's coming into the league. And I just felt like Cooper Rush, we've seen what we're going to see with him. Let's move on. So I'm ready to draft a QB, I think Trey Lance, even with that 5 interception preseason game, still has a chance in this league. He has the wheels, he has the legs. It's just the processing, and mainly enough, he hasn't played enough football games, which that's been his main corporate. That's why he cannot get hurt anymore, because in order for him to maintain his career, he needs to stay healthy. Enough of that. Shout out to Rico Dowdle for having another good game, great game. McCarthy, be honest with y'all, if my honest opinion on McCarthy, I want McCarthy gone. I know he had the 3-12-5 seasons, and the 2 years that were down years were when Dak we had some type of major injury. But I've been seeing a constant, he hasn't taken us over the top. Like, I'm sorry, I'm one of those few people, like a head coach, when you're hired to inherit the sins of the coach before you. Like with Alabama, for example. I remember when someone was saying the worst job to have in the whole college football is to have the job after Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? Like, to come up after that coach, because now your expectations are so astronomically high. They're expecting you to be some type of, not great, but just super good. If you're not anywhere close to that, if you're just even pedestrian or above average, they want you gone. With the Cowboys, You came in after Jason Garrett. He was insanely average. We were 8-8 for how many seasons? And you came in, yes, you came in and you turned it around from the regular season wise. You got us to 12-5. Cool. But let's add context to that. We still didn't get to the championship game, the NFC championship game. We haven't got past the second round. Whether you like it or not, even Jason Garrett, Mr. Clapper himself, who I hate, he been there. He was so pedestrian. He did have 1 year when he got to the second round as well. So you, from a big hierarchy point of view, did not make it. You did not take us further than your predecessor did, regardless of all that. And then if you want to go even a step further in your 3-12-5 seasons, I see a common theme with you. I'm a very analytical person. When I see a pattern, I call it out. Yeah, we won, but those games where we were expected to run, when the expectations were up here, we were unprepared every single time, and we lost the same exact way. I take that into account. So I do want you gone, but the problem lies here that everyone keeps arguing that, oh, he may be the best, candidate available. No one wants to come here. That's not an indictment on Mike. That we need to be having red flags for the people up top. They have made the environment here in Dallas so bad that no other coach wants to come here unless they're on their last leg because we ain't gonna pay them worth the damn, or they just gullible because they're not gonna give up any control. You're gonna come here and you're gonna be an automatic puppet. So you're not gonna play the players you want. You're not gonna get the players. You better pray. You better do everything we tell you so we can get all the players that you really want. And yeah, we're not going to spend money at all. We're just going to draft and develop because we got this, this model in place where we only prod the people we draft. It's very idiotic. And that's why I said this dark future. This family is so stupid. And I will call this family stupid. I don't care if they do got 5 rings, because any idiots who is a great businessman or a great leader will surround himself with people that's better than him. The moment Jerry did do that, and he had that, he immediately got rid of it. That is only an idiot would do that and think he was the reason. Sometimes, if you don't know your role in the movie, if you were an extra in a movie and you think you're the star, you're an idiot. You're dumb. You're stupid. I'm sorry to tell you that, because you don't have enough self-awareness to even realize that you're not even capable of doing this. So now we've been stuck in this never-ending cycle, feeling Jerry's ego for 29 years. Dog, I am almost 27 years old. It is my entire lifetime this fool been trying to prove it to Jimmy. He's been doing it for entire lives being wasted, careers being wasted, because we're trying to play this mini. Football's already a kiddie game, but we got such an egotistical owner. He wants to play another kiddie game inside of that. The future is very dark going forward. We got another wave of free agents that's finna leave, because I'm pissed that we had a wave last year and your dumbass thought we can replace high-end 15 career starters with guys who were literally in college going to class last year. How dumb are you? And now we finna have another wave. If you have this same dumbass mindset, we're going to be right back here next year because we're losing Jordan Lewis. We're losing Osa Digazua. If you drag out this payment of Micah, I'm going to be so pissed. Like, Micah deserves every damn dollar, including your back wallet. Like, what are you talking about? If you drag that one out, the offensive line, if you don't address that, we have so many holes. But yeah, we don't even know who's going to be our coach next year. So we as content creators over here doing draft boards, picturing how this team going to be, but we don't even know what's the damn scheme we're going to fucking run. We don't even know that. And he's just sitting here having 40-minute interviews, running his old ass, hurry up and going down to the damn locker room to do a damn interview and sit there for 40 minutes and tell him, I don't have a decision. Then shut the fuck up if you don't have a decision, because you're just sitting here doing what? You're sitting on your hands and knees. By the time you actually fire Mike McCarthy, which is going to piss me off even more, all the other coaches who already been fired and who are worthy of the job, you're going to be swept up. And who are we going to be with? And I swear, I'll say this right now, because you're not going to hire any black coach. We know that. Ain't no black coach ever going to coach the Dallas Cowboys. Got to mark that off the damn list. If you hire, I'm saying this right now, y'all can quote me right here. If you hire Jason Witten, he's so underqualified. This fool is literally coaching a UIL, 2A high school? I don't care if it is 5A. High school, and you hire him immediately to come be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, I will flame you from all eternity. Because we are a very unserious, and if you sell it to us like, oh, we're doing just like the Lions got a coach that's not a defensive minded or offensive minded, we just want to galvanize it. Dan Campbell, unlike Witten, privileged, because that would be privileged. Dan Campbell actually coached, he made his way up, was coaching, he was on coaching staffs. He's actually worked his way up to the head coaching job and actually earned that job. And he was the last name on their list. Everyone else, he was literally wrote off. But you wrote off Dion. You don't want Dion as a coach. Oh, Brian Flores can't be a coach. Oh, Aaron Glenn can't be a coach. We already said it. We already know you're not going to hire them. And that's the problem with this organization. So yes, the future is dark. We want to be cheap, but we want to be relevant. I don't know. We this season really showed them that their true colors, that they actually do not care about this. And that's what pissed me off about rich people in general. Go be rich somewhere else. Go to the oil industry or something. Leave me out of it. Leave my team out of it. Cause if you want to just buy a bigger venue, build another stadium, and host your WWE, your Formula One, do that. Leave me out of it, because I want to watch football. And it's in this year, that has been the story of this year. Everything but football. That's been my time. I'm out. Peace.